हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे। हमको मन की शक्ति देना, भेदभाव अपने दिल से साफ कर सके, दोस्तों से भूल हो तो माफ कर सके, झूठ से बचे रहें, सच का दम भरे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करें। हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मुश्किलें पड़े तो हम पे इतना कर्म कर, साथ दे तो धर्म का, चले तो धर्म पर, खुद पे हौसला रहे, बदी से ना डरे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करें। हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करें। हमको मन की शक्ति देना।
Children, welcome to the class. Which is the first activity we performed when we came to the school? You have guessed it right. It is the morning prayer. Dear kids, we all pray to the Almighty. Our lesson for today is also a prayer. It is by Rabindranath Tagore. It is a poem. This is my prayer to thee. Before we talk about the poem, let me introduce you to the poet. The poet was born in Calcutta, now known as Kolkata, in the year 1861 and died in 1941. His work Gitanjali was awarded with Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1913. You must be wondering why you need to know about the poet. Let me tell you that Rabindranath Tagore is among the very few Indian writers who have made our country proud in the field of English literature. The national anthem of two countries, India and Bangladesh, was composed by this multifaceted man. He has made ample contributions in the form of essays, short stories, poems, and songs. You will be reading his works in the coming classes too. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੈਰਾਨ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹੋਵੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਵੀ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਜਾਣਨ ਦੀ ਕੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਰਬਿੰਦਰਨਾਥ ਟੈਗੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਥੋੜੇ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਉਹ ਕਵੀ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ਜਿਸ ਨੇ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਸਾਹਿਤ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਚਮਕਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਭਾਰਤ ਅਤੇ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਦੋਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ ਰਾਸ਼ਟਰੀ ਗੀਤ ਇਸ ਬਹੁਪੱਖੀ ਸ਼ਖਸੀਅਤ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੈ। ਉਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਲੇਖ, ਲਘੂ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ, ਕਵਿਤਾਵਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਗੀਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੂਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣਾ ਅਨਮੋਲ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਲਿਖਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਅਗਲੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਸਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਪੜ੍ਹੋਗੇ। Children, poetry is the selection of the best words written in the best order. It is an artistic creation of the poet where every word has a deep meaning. To understand the meaning of each word and the poem, any poem should be read thrice. The first reading familiarizes you with the content. The second will help you to understand the details. And third will help you to interpret them. Let us read the poem for the first time. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਕਵਿਤਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਧੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੰਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਕ੍ਰਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਕਵੀ ਦੀ ਕਲਾਤਮਿਕ ਰਚਨਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਡੂੰਘੇ ਅਰਥ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦਾ ਅਰਥ ਅਤੇ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਨ ਲਈ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਨੂੰ 3 ਵਾਰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣ ਪਛਾਣ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਦੂਜੀ ਵਾਰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿਸਥਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣ ਜਾਓਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਤੀਜੀ ਵਾਰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕੋਗੇ। ਆਓ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਪੜ੍ਹੀਏ।
This is my prayer to thee. This is my prayer to thee, my Lord. Strike, strike at the root of penury in my heart. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows. Give me the strength to make my love fruitful in service. Give me the strength never to disown the poor or bend my knees before insolent might. Give me the strength to raise my mind high above daily trifles, and give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love.
Children, let us now read it stanza-wise and also try to learn the new words of the stanza. You shall see that once you know the meanings of difficult words, paraphrasing would become easy. To paraphrase means to express someone else's ideas in your own language or words. Remember these tips when paraphrasing. Pay attention to the meaning of original words. Substitute these words of the poem with the synonyms. Begin the sentences differently.
This is my prayer to thee, my Lord. Strike, strike at the root of penury in my heart. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows.
Now students, before going ahead with explanation of the first stanza, let us comprehend the difficult words. Words, meanings. Thee means you. Here it means God, Pav, Paramatma. My Lord means God, Pav, Paramatma. Strike means hit, Pav, takrauna. The meaning of penury is poverty. Here it means weakness, Pav, kamzori. Bear means to endure, Pav, bardasht karna. Joy means happiness, Pav, khushi. Sorrow means grief, Pav, gum. Root means source, Pav, mool, vasila. And strength means power, Pav, mazbuti ya takat. In the opening lines as well as throughout the poem, the poet admits to God that, like all human beings, he too is weak and gets upset or overjoyed very fast. He experiences mood swings and negative feelings too, which he wishes to overcome by acquiring internal strength through a prayer to God. ਆਰੰਭਿਕ ਲਾਈਨਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਕਿ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਵੀ ਸਵੀਕਾਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਨੁੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਛੇਤੀ ਹੀ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਜਾਜ਼ ਅਤੇ ਨਕਾਰਾਤਮਕ ਭਾਵਨਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕਾਬੂ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਲਈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਬੂ ਪਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਉਹ ਵਾਰ-ਵਾਰ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਰਥਨਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। Let us now try to write the explanation in the form of short sentences. Explanation. The poem is the poet's prayer to God. The poet prays to God to get rid of his weaknesses. The poet urges the Almighty to give him courage to bear pain and pleasure.
Give me the strength to make my love fruitful in service. Give me the strength never to disown the poor or bend my knees before insolent might.
To understand this stanza, we will have a look at the meanings of some difficult words. Words, meanings. Fruitful means useful. Pav, labdaik. Disown means reject. Pav, tyag karna. Insolent means rude, insulting. पाव माड़ा व्यवहार करना. Might means power. पाव शक्ति समर्था. Service means act of serving. पाव सेवावां. Children, the poet is no ordinary man. Since childhood, he was exposed to many traditional Hindu scriptures by his father. This led to his spiritual growth. His poems and songs deal with love and spirituality and are very popular. This poem also reflects his devotion. This poem is written during pre-independence days, and in those days, Indians were treated very badly and shabbily by the British. The condition of common man was very pathetic. So, the poet has the desire to uplift the poor and to stand against cruelty. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਕਵੀ ਸਾਧਾਰਨ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਦੇ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਰੀਤੀ ਰਿਵਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਗਿਆਨ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਸੀ। ਇਸ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਅਧਿਆਤਮਕ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ। ਉਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਵਿਤਾਵਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਗੀਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਅਤੇ ਆਤਮਿਕਤਾ ਨਾਲ ਭਰਪੂਰ ਹਨ। ਉਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਵਿਤਾਵਾਂ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਭਗਤੀ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦਰਸਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਇਹ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਲਿਖੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ। ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਭਾਰਤੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਅਪਮਾਨਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ। ਇੱਕ ਸਾਧਾਰਨ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਤਰਸਯੋਗ ਸੀ। ਕਵੀ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਖੁਆਇਸ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕੇ ਅਤੇ ਉਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਅਤਿਆਚਾਰ ਵਿਰੁੱਧ ਖੜ ਸਕੇ। Explanation. In these lines, the poet pleads to strengthen his love for the mankind. He asks God to bless him with strength to stand against insult inflicted by the powerful British. Dear students, it is noteworthy in the poem that the poet prays to God for selfless reasons. We all pray for worldly things like a good job, home, car, and the list gets endless. But the poet thinks beyond all this. That is why he was known as Guru Dev, meaning teacher God, as his philosophy brings us closer to God. प्यारे विद्यार्थियों, ਇੱਥੇ ਗੌਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਵੀ ਦਾ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਰਥਨਾ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਸਵਾਰਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਕੋਲ ਚੰਗੀ ਨੌਕਰੀ, ਘਰ, ਕਾਰ ਅਤੇ ਨਾ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਇੱਛਾਵਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡੀ ਸੂਚੀ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਕਵੀ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇ ਹਟ ਕੇ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇਵ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਅਧਿਆਤਮਿਕ ਗੁਰੂ, ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਦਾਰਸ਼ਨਿਕਤਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੇੜੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ।
Give me the strength to raise my mind high above daily trifles, and give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love.
To understand this stanza, we will have a look at the meanings of some difficult words. Words meanings. Trifle means something not important or small. Pav, mamuli. Surrender means give up. Pav, godde tekna. Explanation. In this stanza, the poet requests God to give him strength to rise above all the unimportant things in life. He is enlightened to the fact that the will of God is supreme. It takes a lot of courage to accept what Almighty has in store for all of us in life. Rabindranath Tagore prays for this courage, as he feels he needs it the most. Children, this poem is truly philosophical. Since childhood, your grandparents and parents must be telling you not to worry and accept what God has given us. But it is easier said than done. Being human, we get upset easily and forget God. So the poet wants to convey that man proposes, God disposes. We should always bow before the Almighty and surrender ourselves to His will. ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਇਹ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾਰਸ਼ਨਿਕ ਹੈ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਾਦਾ-ਦਾਦੀ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਚਿੰਤਾ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ ਅਤੇ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮੰਨ ਲਓ। ਕਹਿਣਾ ਆਸਾਨ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਲਦੀ ਹੀ ਉਦਾਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਕਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਦਮੀ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਹੀ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਦੀ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਅੱਗੇ ਸਿਰ ਝੁਕਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਇੱਛਾ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਨਤਮਸਤਕ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। Let us now try to answer few short questions which are important from the examination point of view. Take the correct choice. The first question is, the poet is making a prayer to option A, his boss, B, a judge, or C, God. The answer is C, God. Next question is, the poet prays to God to strike at the root of penury in his heart because A, he wants to become rich, or B, he wants his heart to be full of goodness and nobility, or C, he wants to get rid of the diseases of his heart. And the correct option is B, he wants his heart to be full of goodness and nobility. Next question. The poet prays for strength, A, to be able to bear his joys and sorrows without any worries, B, to avoid all joys and sorrows, C, to face the cruel and help the poor, or D, to ignore and be unmindful of small things or problems in life, E, to fly high in the air, or F, to bend his knees before one and all. The correct options are A, to be able to bear his joys and sorrows without any worries, C, to face the cruel and help the poor, D, to ignore and be unmindful of small things or problems in life. My next question is, in the concluding part of the poem, the poet expresses a wish. Option A, to surrender to the will of the Almighty, B, to challenge the powers of God, or C, to measure his strength with that of God. And the correct option is A, to surrender to the will of the Almighty. Students, a stanza is given in exams and a few questions are given at the end of it. It is called the comprehension of stanza. It tests how well you have understood the poem. Have a look at the given stanzas and try to answer the short questions.
This is my prayer to thee, my Lord. Strike, strike at the root of penury in my heart. Give me the strength lightly to bear my joys and sorrows. Give me the strength to make my love fruitful in service.
Now we will answer the short questions. The first question is, name the poet of these lines. Answer, the name of the poet is Rabindranath Tagore. Next question, what does the poet pray for? Answer, the poet prays for strength. The next question is, Why does the poet pray to God for strength? The answer is, the poet prays to God for strength to bear joys and sorrows alike. He also wants strength to channelize his love for the service of mankind. Next question. Why does the poet repeat, "Give me the strength"? Answer. The poet repeats, "Give me the strength" to show the intensity of his desire to be strong. Here is one more stanza for the comprehension.
Give me the strength never to disown the poor or bend my knees before insolent might. Give me the strength to raise my mind high above daily trifles, and give me the strength to surrender my strength to thy will with love.
Now you can answer these questions. First question. Who is the poet of these lines? Answer. The poet of these lines is Rabindranath Tagore. Next question. Name the poem from which these lines are taken. Answer. The name of the poem is "This is my prayer to thee." Next question. What does the poet need strength for? Answer. The poet needs strength to help the poor and stand against the injustice done by the powerful people. Next question. In the last two lines, the word strength is repeated twice. What it refers to? Answer. In the first line, it refers to God. In the second line, it refers to the poet. Dear students, the central idea of a poem is the main thought a poet wants to convey through his writing. Once you have understood the poem, try to write the central idea in your own words. Central idea. This poem is a prayer by Rabindranath Tagore. The poet prays to God to give him courage to root out all the evils in him. He also has a desire to serve the poor and tolerate the sorrow and happiness alike. Only the Almighty can fulfill his desires. So he repeatedly asks God to give him strength to deal with his weaknesses and desires. Students, another poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear, is suggested for reading. In the exams, you may be asked to write the central idea of the poem. So let us try to write the central idea of the poem. But first, let us read the poem. Also try to draw comparison with the poem This is my prayer to thee.
Where the mind is without fear. Where the mind is without fear, and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake.
So here is the central idea of the poem. Central idea. The poem is a patriotic song. It is a sort of prayer. The poet appeals to God to awaken his country to the dawn of freedom. He gives us an idea of the ideal country he would like India to be. He wants Indians to be brave and fearless. There should be free knowledge in the country. People should not be torn into castes and religions. They should try to aim at perfection and be guided by reason. They should give up old and bad customs. With this, we come to the end of this module. I hope that knowing about Rabindranath Tagore's philosophy would generate interest to read more of his works. So enjoy reading. Bye.